F major scale on saxophone. F major scale can actually be played in 2 octaves on your saxophone. So I'm going to show you both, starting with the first octave. A thing to note with the F major scale is also that you have 1 flat, and that's the B flat. And B flat, that's a note that you finger like this. So you start with the A fingering, and then you use the first of these 3 side keys. So push down on that side key. You can see that I'm using the side of my hand, so I don't go like this or anything. I keep my fingers in the right position for these other keys, and I just push with my hand like this. And that should open the first of these 2 keys here on the back when you push like that. So the B flat, that's a fingering that we need to look out for. And beyond that, we can get started. So let's start with the fingerings. Starting from F, you will have this fingering. So B, A, G, F. This is the first note, the F note, like that. And then moving up through G to A. And now it's going to be B flat. So the fingering I just showed you, you keep those 2 fingers in your left hand. And then just push in on the side here to get that B flat. And then from B flat, moving up to C, D with octave key, E with octave key, and F with octave key. So the octave key, that's this button here on the back. All right, so now it's time to play this. So get the fingering for that F and get ready. And we're going to play the F major scale on saxophone. Here we go. One thing that I just want to mention here is that when I'm showing you this, I'm exaggerating, I'm lifting my fingers up so that you can see more clearly. You should aim for keeping the fingers as close as possible to the keys. So let me just play it once as I would if I were not demonstrating this. So check out my fingers here now. So you see, the fingers should be in contact with the keys at all times, even though you are not actually pressing down on them. So a little bit of a side note, but important for you to know as you go on and practice this on your own. All right, so let's move up 1 octave to that high F major scale on your saxophone. So in order to play F major scale in the 2nd octave, we start off with that F using the octave key on the back. So basically, your new starting note is going to be the same note as you ended on when you played F major scale in the 1st octave on your sax. So F with octave key pushed in, moving up to G with octave key, A with octave key, B flat with octave key, C with octave key. Up until this point, the fingerings are really similar, right? The only difference is that you use the octave key on the back. So all the way up to C. Now, from C, moving up to D, E, and F, it's going to be different. So we're going to cover those a little bit more in detail. Here on your saxophone, you have 3 palm keys. And the way you press on those palm keys are by using your palm. So your fingering should be like a Lego hand like this around the body of the saxophone. So you keep your thumb here on the plate on the back so you can push down the octave key. And then when you want to press these palm keys, you simply fold your hand and fingers over those keys like that. So with that in mind, we're going to cover those 3 notes and fingerings now first and then put everything together. So after that high C here, you want to move into the high D, and that's going to be the octave key on the back with the first palm key closest to your body. So that's the D. Now, in order to play the E, you add the middle palm key to that and the upper of these three side keys. So this fingering can actually be a little bit tricky when you get started. So I would suggest that you just go from D, the palm D here on the side, and then add the E key here and press down here just a couple of times to get used to that fingering. So that's the E. And then finally, the high F. And you keep the E fingering and just add the third palm key here. So it's going to be all three palm keys together with this side key. And that will give you that high F. So I'm going to play this slowly once so that you can follow along, look at the fingering, and then we're going to do this together as well. Okay, bring your saxophone up and let's do this together as well. So starting from that middle F, moving up all the way to high F. Here we go. Nice and slow. Well, there you have it. Now you know how to finger and play the F major scale on your saxophone throughout the entire register of your saxophone. To end things off, we're going to do this in one sequence. So play from low F to middle F, from middle F to high F. So if you're up for it, get your saxophone ready and let's do this. Starting from low F, here we go. Let's start over from middle F. Alright, there you have it. Now you can play the scale, and make sure to download the PDF guide that covers all 12 major scales on your saxophone. There's a link below this video. That way you can work through all 12 major scales on your sax, and that will help you a lot as you continue on your saxophone journey. But that's it for now. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video.